touching you.
And welcome back to my channel. My name is Haokea, aka Glamme-Wow. For today's video, we are doing a review tutorial and swatches of this beauty. This is the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette. Also, side note, please ignore my nails. My nails are really ratchet right now. Yeah. So yeah, today we're going to be doing review, swatches, and tutorial on this bad boy. And then all the times will be listed as well if you're only interested in seeing one thing, because I know I can get very rambly. But anyways, I'm super excited, so without any further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so starting with the product breakdown, this is what the palette looks like. It's actually, like, huge. This is giant. Like, it's the same size as my face, and I've got a pretty big face. This is what the packaging looks like. Morphe has really stepped up its game, I think, as far as packaging goes. This is a lot more sleek, a lot more professional. I really like the way that this looks. If you guys are not familiar with Morphe products, first of all, how? This is what the packaging used to look like. It was these plasticky hardcover cases. Also, oh god, look at my nail. We can also use this to compare the size. So yeah, this new palette, the 39A, is pretty large. The net weight of it is 75.7 grams, so it's almost 3 ounces. It came out sometime in early November, I want to say late October, early November, don't really remember. The palette retails for $32, which is not bad considering you get 39 shades, and it's also a limited edition holiday collection palette, which I assume means you can't get it once it's gone, once they decide to stop selling it. I guess it's out. I don't really know what they're gonna do. I feel like sometimes brands just say things are limited edition so that there's more hype around it and so that people will buy it. But anyways, what I really like about this palette, what really drew me to it, was this row here. So you get 7 supersized, as they like to call them, transition shades, which I absolutely love, because anybody who does eyeshadow a lot knows that your transition shades in your palette are A, super important, and B, you probably will hit pan on them first. But so there's 7 transition shades, which it's a nice range of transition shades. I really like them. You got pretty much ideal transitions for every skin tone, I would say. So like I said before, this is 39 shades in total. You've got 15 shimmer shades, which leaves 17 mattes, and 24 including the supersized transition shades. I really like this, and I'm pretty excited. That's basically all I can tell you about the palette so far. I totally just lost my train of thought. Some of the main ingredients are just the usual for most eyeshadows, and of course the Morphe brand, which is like talc, mica, things like that. If you guys are interested in ingredient breakdown, you could look that up on your own. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to assume that the formula is pretty similar to the previous Morphe palettes. So moving on to swatches, I would just like to start off with a disclaimer in a way. I personally do not like swatches. I think swatches are very misleading. I think they're very unreliable and inaccurate. You know, sometimes you'll swatch a shadow or a highlight or something, and on your fingers it swatches beautifully, it looks so good, but then when you go to apply it with a brush onto your skin, it's not as great. And, you know, vice versa. Sometimes it doesn't swatch as nicely, but it applies beautifully. I don't like swatches, but I like to see swatches. It makes me happy. I like to see them, and that's also what gets me to buy products. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do swatches. So I'm going to go row by row, so starting with this row, of course, from left to right, I'm going to do a finger swatch and then a brush swatch right next to it, just so we can see both. I forgot to mention, it does come with this sheet that has all the shade names. I feel like I'm going to glue it to the back of the palette so that I can, like, see them. I don't know. Alright, so let's go ahead. And I'll take my bracelets off. Well, my Hawaiian bracelet can't come off, sorry. Y'all in Hawaii know, the heirloom bracelets don't come off. To start off, I'm going to go ahead with this color here, Bronze Chrome. And we're just going to do a 1, 2. Wow, that's a finger swatch. Oh, and I forgot to mention, in between the brush swatches, I'm going to be cleaning off my brush with the Sephora Color Switch by Veramona. And to do the brush swatches, I'm going to be using a flat shader brush from Eco Tools. I'd also like to put out another disclaimer. I'm kind of a bad swatcher, okay? Now that you guys kind of get the point of how I'm doing the swatches, I'm going to go ahead and just swatch the rest off camera, and I will have them up on the screen. And now to the second row for a bunch of browns that kind of look the same, to be completely honest. One thing I will also note is that these shadows are kind of staining my arm. I'm removing it in between with a makeup remover white, the same ones I always use, and some of the brighter shades are kind of staining my arm. That concludes the swatching portion of this video. So far, first impression is that some of these shimmers are kind of lackluster, honestly. I was expecting a little bit more out of the brush swatches. Everything finger swatched beautifully, but the brush swatches were a little bit, yeah, I don't know about that. But like I said, we'll see, because swatches are just so unreliable. I don't like swatching. And going back to what I said about the staining, it's kind of staining my arm pretty bad. So as far as pan quality now, this is what the pans look like after the finger and brush swatch. Nothing too powdery. Fallout was minimal. Overall, good swatches. Okay, so I guess let's get into the tutorial now. I really don't know what kind of look I'm doing, but as you guys can see, I already have my foundation and all that done. Eyebrows are filled in. Eyelids are primed with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer as per usual, and I set it with my Coty Airspun Loose Translucent Powder as well. God, I don't have any clue what I want to do for this look right now. Oh, you know what I just realized? There's not really any good shades in here to highlight the brow bone. I'm gonna go in with the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm gonna take this white shade here, Tempera, and I'm gonna highlight my brow bone first. So the first shade I'm going to take is Canvas, which is one of those super giant transition shades, and I'm going to use that as my transition, obviously. And I'm taking that on a BH number 6 brush. And I'm starting off with this shade from the inner corner, and I'm working it out, and then I'm going to kind of flick it out at the end. And then I'm just going to follow this shade line back and forth to soften it and blend it out. We flick. Okay, that noise was driving me crazy, so we're switching over to voiceover now, but I'm taking a BH Cosmetics number 7 brush and the hot pink magenta shade called Create, and then I'm going to follow the same flick shape and blend that right below the transition. Now I am going in with Passion. It's kind of a brick tone with burgundy undertones, and I'm taking that on a pencil brush, and I'm going to use that to define the flick crease section. And just a fair warning, this is when the clips are going to get a little bit choppy because for some reason, somehow, my clips got corrupted. Who even knows what that means? So it's going to jump back and forth. It's lucky I filmed the other eye a little bit. Okay, so here I am blending out that color Passion with a small fluffy crease brush, and this is from the brand MUA, I believe it is, and you can find it at long/CVS. Next, I put a little bit of the Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer in the shade Light Medium on the back of my hand, and I'm taking it on an angled brush, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease with this, and I'm going to follow, it makes it easy because I'm going to follow the flick shape that we made. A good tip for this is to go with a little bit of product at a time and also do it in small sections. So you can see I'm doing small little dashes, I guess you could say, and it makes it a lot easier to get a more precise line. Then I'm going to go ahead and just fill in all the lid space going out towards the point with the concealer. I'm also going to eventually set the lid and concealer, oh my brother, with the Coty Airspun powder. Why does this eye always come out better than the other one? I'm mad. This eye always comes out better. And then I'm going to be taking my NYX Liquid Suede lipstick. This one is in the shade Vintage, like such. With that liquid lipstick, I'm going to be using a small detailing brush. This is actually a paint brush that came in a pack from Walmart. And I'm going to be drawing a wing shape following the angle of the crease flick. And I'm going to bring this wing, for me, it connected right where my crease is, my real crease. So it's going to be right in the fold of my eye, basically. I'm going to fill in the wing with the lipstick still, and I stop it right about the edge of my iris. For the lid, I'm going to be taking Spark and then Trendy, and I'm going to be placing these with a pointed flat shader brush from Eco Tools. Spark is going to go closer to the inner corner, and Trendy will be more towards the center of the lid because I used that color to blend into the wing we made with the Vintage Liquid Suede lipstick. For these shades, I'm making sure not to take up the entire concealer space because I want to have a bit of negative space between the shimmers and the matte crease. Again, I'm really sorry about the jumping back and forth, but what can you do, right? So, as for the wing, I dip back into more of Passion and Create, and I'm just going to be stamping that all along the wing color to bring in more of the magenta shade and also to set the lipstick. There's still some finishing touches that we need to do, but I'm going to move on to lashes. Actually, before I move on to lashes, there's one thing. I'm going to go in with this white single shadow from MAC. This one is called Gesso, Gesso. I'm just placing that white shadow all over the negative space, so everywhere where the concealer is showing, and that's just to kind of highlight the negative area. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, apply mascara, and I will be right back. I'm going to ask my friends, the Opinionation Station. Guys, I don't know which lashes to wear. I can do these ones or these ones. I love my friends. Okay, we're gonna wait while they decide. I think I'm going with these though. I think I am. I am going to use these lashes. These are from Lash Label and they're in the style Flutter. I feel like these are only sold in store because every time I try to look for them online I can't find them. So these might be in store only, but I will link similar ones down below if anybody cares to check. Sydney was sending shady things. Going back into the Dare to Create palette, I'm going to be taking the magenta shade again, Create, the one that we used in the crease, and I'm going to run that along my lower lash line with the BH Cosmetics number 6. I'm going to take the flat topped BH number 11 and I'm going to dip into Passion, which was the color that we used to define the crease, and I'm going to blend that right directly under my lower lashes to define the lower lash line. And for eyeliner, I'm going in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Perversion Liner, and that's going to go right into my waterline. And also I'm going to tightline with it, so right under my lashes as well. Okay. Yay! Okay, so this is, oh, no, I lied. I'm going to be applying the Bare Minerals Lash Domination to my lower lash. Now to finish off the look, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Bare to Comment, and I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. So I just lined and filled my lips with this lip liner, and I'm kind of tempted to just leave it. I like that. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it. Alright everybody, so this is the final look using the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette. So basically, my final thoughts on this palette, I think it's a very, very nice palette. The shades that I used, I believe I only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only used 5 shades out of the 39, and this is the kind of look I could come up with. I think it's a very versatile palette, and I think with the color choices that you have, I think you should definitely be able to come up with a look, multiple looks, I should say. It can be, you know, you could do everyday looks, you can do a lot of holiday looks with some of these shimmer colors, you could do spring looks, fall looks, winter, summer looks even. You could do super dramatic like this, you can do an everyday casual look. I really, really like these eyeshadows, and I think this might be good to travel with because you have all the colors you could possibly need. You have all these transition shades, and depending on your skin tone, you may even be able to use these transition shades to contour or bronze. But yeah, I think that this is a very good deal. I think $32 is not bad for 39 eyeshadows. That comes out to, let's calculate this because mama don't like math. So it comes out to about $1.21 per eyeshadow. That's so cheap. The shadows blended beautifully. They look really good together. There was actually no fallout, surprisingly. Even in the pan, the powderiness in the pan was very minimal. The palette still looks brand new. It still looks nice. The shadows are so soft and buttery, and I feel like this was money well spent. This is a Glamme-Wow. Yes, I just said Glamme-Wow. I don't know if I'm going to say it again because I just said it twice and I don't know if I like that. This has been my thoughts, a review swatch tutorial for this palette, the Morphe 39A Dare to Create from their new holiday limited edition collection. I hope you guys liked it. I had a lot of fun filming it, and yeah, if you guys aren't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And I think that's it. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, anything you guys want me to do, let your girl know, because I got me a new camera and I got me a ring light and it's lit now, literally. And also, can we get a thumbs up for my little holiday decor? I was kind of feeling it last night, so I have me a little Christmas tree. I put up some little fairy lights and some tinsel and snowflakes. Yeah. Oh, before I forget, I also want to give a little birthday shout out to one of my best friends, Lindsay, because her birthday was on Friday, December the 1st, and I'm a terrible person and I forgot to text her, so happy birthday, Lindsay. I love you. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you in my next video.